You wanted to overrun us and poison us and take our families and kill us? You will die, not us!
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here to show you a cool new vape trick that I found out. Michelle, if you're watching this video, I just want you to know that I apologize for all the mean things I said to you, and I just want you to come back into my life. You mean the fucking world to me.
You clipped the song. You murdered the funny, says Will.
Hang on. That's all that was there. It stopped. Look.
And I just want you to come back into my life. You mean the fucking world
I think
to
you're
me.
talking about the previous one.
Yeah, the Alex Jones one.
That was the end of it, too.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, watch. That's it.
Oh, well. So, Will, get off
Shut
my
up, Will. Shut up, Will. That intro was cut short due to Will. Welcome everybody to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. My name is MassBlast09, and here are my co-hosts. Not to be cut short, Fubaka and the Angstful Vapor.
Oh, wait, speaking of those cutting short, hold on a second. Wait. All right. God, that was fast and so short. All right, I'll just say Slanger this time. And look at that shit. Look at the cameraman. Look at that.
We are just getting cut off. What's happening, y'all?
Yeah, like serious cutoff.
Oh, I'm still in chat as Plumes of Hazard. I don't know how to.
Yeah. Hey, you know,
we're all discombobulated today.
it's been a fucking terrible week.
Welcome. And with that, that's it, guys.
Yeah,
see you later.
We're not going to murder the funny. We're going to murder vaping.
We're going to murder everything. Oh, man.
I cracked my coil open before the show started. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
There we go. It's like 90,000 degrees in my office right now. Ugh. There we go.
Yeah, I had to get up in my attic here like maybe 10 minutes ago, and it's like 100 still up there. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. What's happening, y'all?
Man, well, welcome back.
Welcome.
Where were you last week?
I was in a missile silo in Kansas.
I've been everywhere, man.
So, tell me, can you hear a furious gale going on my side?
No.
Okay, I turned my fan up, and so my vapor is going to be going everywhere, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't picking up on the mic, but it's fucking hot. So
as long as it doesn't go into your monitor, we're good to go. Oh no, you're gonna get it all up in there.
It's already been up there. I've been meaning to take it back in for a cleaning.
Beep, 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 beep. This just in. Fubaka has his earpiece showing.
I do. I got new earbuds actually.
Oh yeah, and then
they're nice so far. I need to get some foam earpieces for them so they fit a little better. I'm also not used to this style.
Yeah, the over-the-ear thing's weird.
Basically, these are $30 Chinese reverse-engineered earbuds.
Oh, nice. What brand are they supposed to be?
They're Chamazon specials, right? Chamazon.
I ordered the cord, the aftermarket cord with the mic, or the replacement cord with the mic, because this one's a little sticky. So I thought I'd get something like paracorded or braided or something.
It's sticky.
Mass knows sticky wire insulation that catches easy.
It's the it's the plastic too. In the temperature and the heat, Yeah,
so when these showed up, these were fucking sticky. I mean, it's a little quick to down here, but these are the KZ ZSRs. You get on Amazon for about $30. It's like $1 difference between no mic and with mic. So,
yeah, damn, $30. Shit, you can buy that'd be a nice little chunk of change for your Yeti or something. You know, professional.
Gareth said this show's about to get banned for having a minor on it.
Oh boy.
The problem is I can't wear these because man gets hot.
Yeah,
buddy.
Man's always hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why these Audio Tech. I mean, they, for a little while, for the time that I might have my fan going, but yeah, the ones with the thicker padding, yeah.
Speaking of which, my wife, and you've met my wife, one of the things that she is not is a gamer, right?
Right.
So I installed Fortnite on my PS4 a little while back.
Oh.
And she's
Game
playing
over.
it. She's not only playing a game, she's playing a third-person shooter.
Yes. So funny that you say that, because I went and visited some friends over last week, and one of them's got a 16-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old, and the 13-year-old is just slaying people on Fortnite. Total non-gamer, nothing. She's on her laptop, just destroying people. I'm like,
poning noobs.
Yeah, all right.
Wait, so where I was going with that is she bought a gigantic set with a mic and stuff, right?
She talking trash.
And I put it on. She wanted me to play. She wanted me to help her. Is that right? So she handed me to try to get some of the achievements and whatnot, right? So I put these things on, and they're stretching over my dome, right? I mean, like they're like maxed out, and I just get them on, and they're just squishing me the whole fucking time. They were impossible, though. I had to take them off. I was like, these things are fucking awful.
That's the worst.
Wait a minute. Hold on. David Amber, you laid his motorcycle down 2 weeks ago. Buddy, I hope you're okay. That is not funny.
No.
Not okay. I mean, if you're typing in here, I guess you got to be at least okay.
At least okay, and in the hospital get with Wi-Fi watching our show. Why?
So between the fact that those things are clamped on my head real tight and the fact they were big ones like food just held up, but my ears were just on fire. Like they're being squeezed, and it was like it was not.
I hate. That's why these are the only ones that, after reading the reviews, they were like, yeah, for fat-headed people.
Yeah, dude. Those things
because it's very light on the pushing, but it's hard. It's hard to find headsets that are comfortable for someone who's got a big watermelon head. Yeah. So
David said went down going 65. Oh,
holy
so that's
shit, dude!
I laid mine down for the same reason. The car just slammed on its brakes in the middle of the road. Fortunately, I was only going like 35.
Good Lord, 65.
Man, I'm sorry, that sucks. Much love to you, brother. I hope
I'm glad you're still alive. Going down shit. A car freaking falling out of a car going 65. You're gonna die.
Like Pete Rose would slide into home plate at, or run into home plate at 65.
Pete Rose not at 65 unless he was in a Corvette. It was that helmet. So speaking of headgear, I hope you're wearing your hat, buddy. That's
yeah.
Girth says he's got a Superdome, and the Razer Manowar is the best headset I've had. I like some of the Razer stuff. I mean, some of it's pretty cool. A lot of it's got too many LEDs and shit on it for me. But I hear they're real fragile. Like they break.
But here's another problem. All right, you get headsets that are like this, big, watermelon heads.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. You see this here?
Yeah. A
lot of them will have huge padding on here. So then what happens? Your watermelon head isn't only big this way, it's also big this way. Right. So then you end up with headsets like all the way up here because of all that fucking padding up there.
The ones she bought were like a pad on top.
I know. I've been through so many of them. It's really hard. Like these are all the way out right now. I mean, actually, no, they still got. They're about all the way out.
Just a heads up though about these in particular. These are terrible for FPS, and I've never said that about a pair of earbuds before. I don't know why, but I was listening to some music while I was playing Overwatch the other day, and everyone sounded like they were behind me.
Yeah.
Like, these like shitty Samsung ones that came with my phone work just fine when I play FPS. These, not so much, and I've never had that happen with a pair of headphones before where they reverse they're in front of me. I think someone's flanking. No one's there. No, sounds like someone's there. No one's there. So
give yourself whiplash going on.
I was just like whipping around. I'm like, yeah. So as soon as I died, I went just quickly swap.
Yeah. So good. Dave had his hat on. That's good. So I have to admit, I'm not awesome about wearing my hat. especially if I'm not on the highway. If I'm on the highway, I have a personal rule that I always have it on the highway. But
Like a
around
switch.
town, it's so fucking hot here. I just don't like wearing it all the time. But I know it's not smart. I should. So, anybody watching this, I do not approve not wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, we're on a vaping show. Hey, Foo, what are you vaping on, buddy?
I'm vaping on Dawn Fluid, the Zenith.
Oh, the
My phone
Zenith.
replies.
Hey.
Yeah. I got sick of vaping. So, story about that in a moment. I threw some in here, 36 milligram at 11 watts. Got me through. I also have some Pissed and K-Fun on the DNA 250C with that pretty bell cab. Squonker needs to be cleaned out for abolishment. It's not currently active. Speaking of which, where the fuck is my Squonker? Oh, here it is.
Hate it when it's like right in front of you.
Well, I thought I brought upstairs because I had to get rubbing alcohol today to clean it up.
That's the worst. It's right in front of you, and then you knock it over, and then you're like, oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
After it's spilled fucking juice all over the table.
Yeah. Does that finish you up, Foo?
Yeah, I'm done. Thankfully, I have like a fraction of the vape shit I used to have on this desk, so that's good. Thank you.
So, for me, as per always, my Limelight Gloom on top is a Haku Vena and an Omen tip on top. Inside here is Rail Cracker, which I can finally say and not feel like a dickhole anymore, which I'm really excited about.
Where did the rail cracker come from? Was it have to be Bigglesworth Labs?
It might be Bigglesworth. No, actually, this one wasn't. This is still from the source, but you can get it now at Bigglesworth Labs soon. And you can't get it at Bigglesworth Labs. You have to get it at derailment.co. Fuck. I need to like memorize that domain now.
Derailmentvape.co, right?
I think that's right. Yep. It's in the show link or show description from last week down below me. The next thing that I'm vaping on is one of these things. It's like, whoa, that looks way different on camera. That's like purple, like royal purple. Over here, this is more like a violet. Like that's weird. Anyway, so this is the Innokin Chroma 8, and on top of here is a Zenith, and Funa will probably be talking about this later. I can't get over how different that color is. That's madness. And inside of here is Abolishment, and last but not least, I've got this boy back. Thank you to Girth for sending this back to me, and we'll probably be talking about a little bit of this later. Inside of here is my other Exoset Mark II or version 2 or whatever. I don't think they actually delineate it, but I'll show you what the difference is later because we'll probably talk about it. Inside of there is mostly Get Pissed with a little splishy splash of Abolishment to kick up the mintiness coldness because, like I said, it's been pretty warm down this way. Masty, have you been vaping today?
I have. I had the DNA250C and the Pindad earlier, but I have been Frankensteining the Plexus coil by itself and dripping in it because I've been testing something out and didn't want to get the whole tank dirty. So, but yeah, that's what I've been vaping on. So, yeah, and we're gonna do an unboxing of that guy.
Yeah. Look, it's purple on your camera too.
Yeah. So we'll do that later.
So you're gonna have to tell me. So now that I see that you're the same similar purpley thing, you'll have to tell me how different that is because it's crazy.
So here is the color that they advertise it with.
Still royal purple on Hangouts.
Yep. So
in purple, in person, it's straight up like a violet, like light purple. It's a very Foo color, and I'm actually shocked he didn't unwrap that one.
We'll see when we pop it open.
I did not. I was just pumping it in its packaging. I opened the white one.
I will show you one thing. So on the whole Exoset thing. So as you remember from last week, it's still hard for me to say that I lost my Billet Box in Exoset because I really didn't. I left it on the fucking desk and they walked off with it. But I got this one back, and I did want to show you something that I've talked about on the show, and I don't think I've ever actually showed you. One of the very few things about the first list exoset that I had that went walkabout, is that I have always found that I had to tighten the shit out of either the Omen integrated tip that I've got on it almost always, or the little top nut that secures the Boro tank inside the billet box housing. So you either have a top nut right here that you screw down, you can fit a regular 510 drip tip, or if you are fortuitous enough to have an integrated tip, that just kind of locks in itself. So the tip itself screws down, locks the tank in, and functions as a mouthpiece. Omen obviously sells those guys, as well as I think JMK does as well. I don't know if anybody else does, but those two I know off the top of my head do. Anyway, so one of the things that I always had to do is just really crank down in order to get it to connect, because as you screw it down, that little brass bit right down in there is your positive contact to your DNA board that's down there. So you got to have a pretty firm connection, obviously, from the top all the way down. So one of the things that's really neat about the V2, and they didn't actually delineate that, like I said, close-ups. They didn't actually change anything about the actual design. Everything else about it is exactly the same as far as I can tell. But on the bottom, there's a little nipple.
Little nip.
Yeah, just little bump guy there. And it does make a difference. So that little extra bit means just a little snug up, and it's no problem. So that's cool.
With that little nip, is that going to push that brass down so things that used to work are now having a hard time working? No, I've never found that, because it's not too big. It might be maybe 0.5 millimeter, probably less than that. It's just a little bit. It's just enough to where you don't have to snug down too hard. Now, I imagine if you crank down on it like I did on my old one, maybe it would. But that little contact is awfully sturdy. Okay, it's awfully sturdy. I have heard that can get damaged. Yeah, I have heard that. That's never happened to me on mine that went away. That was old, but not on this one either. Yeah, perfectly fine. Kyle's saying he could never get a solid mouth to lung on a billet box.
That is true, except for I can prove him wrong.
Festy says that Wick trims under the Boro do a good job. Well, then the next problem is getting an exo set.
Here's the next product, or here's the thing that proves me wrong. That is an NX mesh carto that you actually can get a pretty proper mouth along.
But it's a mesh.
It is a mesh carto.
I'm sure it vapes great, but just dealing with mesh. The thing is, I won't fuck with a mesh Jenny to begin with. I'm going to fuck with mesh in an even smaller setting.
But it is an NX, and to NX's credit, they do build pretty easy, almost as easy as the next gen things. And you know me, I hate fucking mesh. But if you are going to build it, the NX but even more so the next gen Addies, they make it really easy. They make it real easy. But anyway, so you can, Kyle, but it is not easy. I agree with you. It is difficult to get it in there. Now, the Vape shell did an okay job with it. It's not perfect, but it's all right. And I would say the same. I don't remember if I actually tried on the Insider, but the Insider, like the Vape shell, has got a pretty good airflow adjustment on it, on the bottom of it. You can get a pretty loose mouth to lung. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, Festy said the same thing. The Vape shell can be tighter than the XO. It can. The XO is the airflow is a little more coarse on the adjustment. It's easy. It's easy to me. Sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to offend you. Fuck no, I didn't try the Otis anything. No. No.
He said no.
Mm-mm. Oh, and that's right. Vape Freaks or whatever did sell a mouth lung condensation plug. That's true, to help further restrict that air. That said, I do not understand. So if you go to the billet box groups, a lot of them have those condensation plugs or whatever. They are, if you haven't seen those things before, they're made to go right there. So they're like this little plastic or rubbery piece that kind of clips in underneath your glass to kind of plug this up to help with condensation. The problem is, I think that's happened. I think I've actually had liquid there maybe once or twice ever. And that was because I messed up wicking. at least one of the times was because of the insider, and the insider was real picky when it comes to your wick placement. It's either dry hitting or flooding, and one of the times was because I underwicked it and it was flooded, but it tasted great right before that, of course. And then the other time, I think it was just because it's really hot, and I did get a little bit of juice out of there. But besides that, I mean, I've running a Billet Box for years. I don't understand. Like
you have that they don't, Angsty.
What?
You have that they don't and need a condensation plug. 400 years of vaping experience.
Yeah, that's
really what the difference is.
Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna click on myself. This thing's been running for days, without changing the wick. And let's go a little close-ups. Close-ups. So, wait, can you see just a halo of a wait? Something to point at it. You can see a bare outline right there of the back of the Boro. And that's it. That's all I ever get for condensation. I don't understand the whole condensation plug thing. I don't get it. But learn how to build.
But really, like, I don't mean to be a dick, but you just get good. I don't know what to tell you.
Get her done.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah, no, I would agree. There's nothing. The Insider is not a bad atomizer. In fact, I could make the case that especially Get Pissed tastes better in the Insider than it does out of the Exo side. But the wicking is much more of a pain in the ass. It's this thing just makes it stupid easy. Like, you can't mess this up. It's kind of, I do liken this to building the old Ubertube. Once you have the wicks flared out to cover the hole, that's all you gotta do is just cover the hole. It's done. And it works every time. You've got no gravity, no capillary action. Well, very little capillary action needed to pull in the liquid. It's the liquid sitting on every side, and it's just ready to go in. Half-lack. Yeah, it's fine. It's great. Yeah, the Typhoon was like that too. You're right, Girth. But I still think about in Ubertube terms, mostly because I didn't like the old Typhoon at all. Actually, I love the Ubertube. So there's that.
The Goober Snooch.
Uber Snooch.
Goober Gooch.
Oh, boy. I have a shipping gripe about this week.
Hit it.
I placed an order with what are they called? Duluth Trading. I don't know if you've ever ordered from those guys or not, but I've tried one or two of their T-shirts, and they're real nice. I really like it. They're heavy duty and well made, and their boxers are great too. So I placed another order because they had a 4th of July sale in a couple days before, and I ordered a pair of the shorts because I needed a pair of shorts for this summer because my last cheapo pair is looking a little worn. So I figured I'd have a new pair of shorts and I'd try out their expensive fire hose canvas ones, right? So I ordered them, and I've been waiting for now a little over a week for the shipping to do. Now, granted, their standard shipping is like UPS plus USPS, but
right,
they're in Wisconsin, right? It's a couple thousand miles basically straight north of me, and they accepted the package, and then it sat there in Wisconsin for like 2 days, and then it like went down to Indy and hung out there for a couple of days, and it was like they estimated it to be like 9 days or some bullshit. I don't understand. I don't get it. Even the mail works faster than that. I mean, first class mail is better than that. I don't understand that thing.
So it's left the factory and it's at the local USPS, or is it at the local UPS?
I think the UPS picks it up and ships it halfway or partway, and then hands it off to USPS to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's finally happened after a week, is UPS has dropped it off with USPS, and now I'm fucking waiting for them to send it over here. It's been in Fort Worth for like 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, we knew a few juice manufacturers that the stuff would just sit in certain locations.
Yeah.
After a while. So,
Is
yeah,
that right?
I don't know.
Castillo is saying that the fire hose stuff is way heavy, and that's possible. So my habit, and I don't know about you, but my habit is pretty much every year I'll go and buy 1 or 2 pair of shorts, just cheap shorts from like Target, and I'll pretty much wear them until it gets cold here, which is like November or December, and I'll wear them basically just all the time, and they just fall apart after a little while. I mean, they're just shitty. They're shitty clothing. That's all there is to it, and you get what you pay for. So I was thinking maybe I'd try something a little more sturdy to see something that would last a little longer. Now, granted, these cost 75% more than the cheapos at Target, but maybe it lasts that much longer too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of interested in it because you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Utilikilt, which I had for a long time and I really liked. I thought that was a really cool piece of clothing.
You said you had a utility cut?
What?
You said you had a utility cut?
No, Utilikilt.
Oh, I thought you looked angsty mullet.
No. No.
How did I ever think to have someone Photoshop a mullet on you or do it myself? Holy shit, that would be amazing.
Hey, I was born and raised.
Ideas.
I was born and raised in South Alabama. When I was a kid, I definitely had a mullet.
I mean, just because you have a bald head and it's like the world is your imagination. I could put any. I could put like a high top fade.
It's like a palette, right? Just like a blanket.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah. We've got some recommendations for shorts. Darrow says triple aught. I don't know anything about triple aught shorts. Yo, fucking Girth wears jeans year round in San Antone. Holy shit. Dude, my balls just started sweating thinking about that.
Well, the thing is, I leave the house for work, so I can't. I as much as I would love to wear my Adidas basketball shorts to work with a button down, which I've been known to do from time to time, I can't do it at work. But yeah, it's like Levi's. If not, then some form of sweatpants or basketball shorts. It's bad. Yeah, I just live in basketball shorts now.
I got a pair of shorts at I think it was at BJ's, and it's a weird like quick wicking material, but they're not basketball shorts. And not like full cargo shorts.
So they like gym short material, like basketball short kind of mesh.
No, they're not mesh. But the stuff wicks really well, and they're really cool. So I have to find out it's EX something. And the only thing is they didn't come with a belt, so I had to get a belt from one of my cargo shorts, like a cloth belt, I guess you should say.
Yeah,
because using a normal belt don't work. But yeah, really nice. I like them. I think I'm gonna go get another pair because they're not like mesh. The problem with basketball shorts, stuff like that, you put anything heavy in your pocket, it's gonna be
right angles. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so these are actually a little bit better fabric, I think. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, basically, I've got it down to a science where with these shorts I'm currently wearing, the max I can fit in the pockets, like wallet and my Sorin in the left pocket, and then my phone in the right. But that's very trying because if I have to like run just a little bit, I have to like tie the string a little tighter. So that's like I'm just at that limit.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is this phone's like will stick out of any short pocket.
Yeah, that's a big
little.
boy.
So.
Well, Ken said the triple aught shorts at Duro talked about are like $200. Yeah, I'm not paying $200 for a pair of shorts.
Jesus. Yeah, I paid like $12 for mine. Okay, now it's bugging me. Let me go find the name of it. Go back.
Ooh, Rob Wiggle said he wears pants year round because hot metal chips like to go in your boots. I bet they do. Yeah, if I worked in a machine shop, you can bet your sweet Bippy that I would be wearing the pants. Oh, Duro says, okay, they're only 110 and they'll last for years. All right, fair enough. I'll look into them. I think if I'm going to spend that much money on shorts, I'm going to want to go try them on and make sure that they fit right, though. I don't think I'd want to try to do something like that over online. I mean, the ones that I ordered from Duluth, I ordered just guessing on the size. I was like, who knows how those shorts fit. I wear between, with the cheapo Target shit, like I'm like a 6-inch variance, right? You never know, even within the same model and color, like you try on 2 different pairs that are the same size, it may fit completely different. I found the same thing about cheap jeans.
Yeah, it's even with like higher end jeans, even like different washes will fit differently. That's just how they are.
For sure.
Like the jeans I wear now, the first pair I bought by far fit the best. They look the best, but all the other ones just feel different. Like I don't know, they don't taper the same way. They take a little longer to break in, shit like that. But
yeah, waist in the same. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Duro, is if you have if they're accurately measured, waistband, I think that's fine, right? At least then I would know exactly what size. I'm just saying that the cheapo ones that I normally buy, they vary. I mean, 4 to 6 inches in the same measurement, right? I mean, if you buy, anyway, you know what I mean. Yes, Target has built up a pretty good line of professional looking casual clothing.
So I found them.
Is those things, and they just fall apart. At least on me. Maybe I'm hard on them. I don't know.
So they're called Zero Exposure, 0X and then POSUR, and I guess they're called Men's Active Stretch Shorts. And yeah, I mean the reviews are really good, and like I said, I just found them at the local, Sam's, BJ's. I was like, well, $12, I'll try them.
That is a terrible name for a store.
what?
BJ's, yeah, Berkeley and Jensen.
Oh, dude, want to talk about terrible names? There's a technical college in my area called UTI.
Oh yeah,
The Universal Technical Institute. I'm sure they have campuses all over the country, but I'm just like, wow, that's tragic, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Plumes of Hazard fashion discussion.
Men's Summer Fashion Edition and ball sweat.
Holy crap! You gotta see the website. It's like 1990s Lycos.
Oh, Lycos.
Wait,
that was the one with the dog, right? In the ad.
Yeah, side chat. That's pretty bad. Alrighty
then. What? You potatoed on me for a minute.
You potatoed.
We all.
Yeah.
You potato, you potato.
We all potato scream.
All the potatoes.
Should we talk about the gift box from Dwayne?
Yeah, but before you do that, I just want to show. So apparently Reddit is fed up, and someone made a post, an ECR, saying, "I officially challenge vape companies to build a legit mod and RDA combo with ECR, start to finish, a collaboration. We've got more collective experience than any other vaping resource on the planet. Together with over 150 members, I think we could consider ourselves a formidable buying power in the vape market. We have value as a group, and we know our shit. So let's do it. We design it, we name it, hype it, and vape it. The upvotes have the day, and what they decide wins.
So
you build it, ship it, and sell it at a pleasant price to us. Which of you is up to the challenge?" So the top comment right now is, "I want a 50 mil 6-coil RDA with a speaker that plays Ride of the Valkyries every time you hit it."
This is like the episode of The Simpsons where Homer's brother has him. He has his brother build him the car.
Yeah.
And it's got everything on it.
Him.
The mother-in-law suite in the back, the bubble.
So someone said it's already been built, and they put this picture up.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was either that or whatever Smoke or Wismec comes out with next, because that's exactly what they would dream of.
Yeah, and that's the problem is
design by committee. Bad idea.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I just thought it was funny, but
so I don't know if you saw, but there was a short blurb. We were contacted a few days ago. This was, when did I talk to her? talked to Angela last Tuesday, I think, who wrote a little a thing up on vapenews.com. And one of the things that she asked is whether or not we're sponsored. And I was like, well, no, we're not sponsored by anybody. I said every now and then, maybe once or twice a year, we are okay with a reputable, well-known company sending us a couple things that we might not have purchased ourselves, so that we can show them to you guys. And this is one of those times. So, full disclosure, whatever, Innokin did send over a couple of these things to us to look at, and I'm glad they did, because the Innokin stuff has always been well-built, kind of newbie-friendly things. I mean, Foo rocked your MVP forever, right, with Cardos.
Yep.
So they make a good product in general. And then this last round was a partnership between them and Mr. P. Pissardo. And where did they sign it? There you go. P. Pissardo and the Vaping Greek, Mr. Demi. And in general, I think we talked about these a while back when they sent the first round of them over, because I think our bottom line, and Massey took apart the Chroma A, and was pretty impressed with the connections, and the 510 looked good and all that sort of stuff. I've found that they performed pretty well. I still think the rebuildable tank, not the Zenith, the Aries, the rebuildable one was surprisingly good. The Zenith was okay. I still think that thing is just retarded. Like, I hate that thing.
It should have been flush.
It's awful. But the reason they sent this one over was because they have created a new coil. It's called the Plexus Z coil, and I'll share a picture here from the Innokin site. There we go. And this is the trick right there. So you probably remember that notch coil thing that happened a little while back on, that people were selling those things to go in the Jabo. Shit.
It was the name of that thing. It was the one that Jabo and Matt did, right?
Matt, the one that Jabo and Matt did. I can't remember the name of the Addy. But anyway, so this style of coil is Innokin's made it themselves and are making it in here. Now this is Kanthal, apparently. And I have to say, so I hate Clearos. I just do. That's one of the reasons I haven't got on with almost any pod systems. I don't like replaceable head things. Like, I just don't get the vape that I want out of them. And it's almost entirely because I'm a little spoiled by having 400 years of vaping experience and being able to rebuild my own coils and doing it right. And I'm responsible for that. And when I do it right, I get a really good vape out of most atomizers. I don't know about you, because we haven't talked about this at all, but this is really good. Like, for a Clearo. Now, I'm not going to oversell this thing. It's not an RTA, but for a Clearo, from the first drag, and this is only the first coil head too that I've tried, but from the first drag, there was no cottony taste. It tastes like abolishment. It tastes a little fruity, pretty minty. It ain't bad. What do you think, Foo?
I liked it. I mean, the first round of the even with the old Zenith coils, I thought it was pretty good. I said it was not quite. What the fuck was that tank? Nautilus. But because everyone's like going mouth to lung now, a lot of mouth to lung shit is not. Because a lot of the people who are on mouth to lung now never vaped in a K-Fun light, so they don't know what like that perfect draw is, in my opinion. This is pretty close, and I've been vaping. This thing doesn't leak, which is nice. You have to like try to get it to leak. I mean, I've left it upright, what have you. I haven't. You got to try. Yeah. So, I mean, the short version is, I don't know anything about that mesh coil thing. I think it's a neat idea, but the other thing they said is because of how it's laid out and the fact that it's whatever, they think that this is going to last a lot longer on your coils, or your coil head is going to last a lot longer because it's not cooking the coils quite as much. You get a lot of contact between the coil and the vape or the wick, and I think it's going to work well. So far, like I said, unless I've just got like a really good coil head this first time around, it's really good.
is really solid. Now, I don't, these, it's not perfect. That like I find the airflow is very difficult to adjust while it's on the mod. Kind of have to take it off and get it down. And if you put it down to just one of the little things, it's pretty tight butthole, man.
Yeah, actually, let me show you where mine is set. Because closed off all the way, it's too tight. It's like, I don't know if you can see the air hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me click on you.
You see right there.
Barely.
There. Yeah. You can see
there you go. Even keeping just that whole first hole open ain't bad.
That's good.
So I've been pretty impressed so far. I think it's pretty damn good. What's that? Will says, Angstu finally gets the good and not broken thing in the mail, and it's a Chinese replacement coil.
It's China #1.
China #1.
While you're talking about that one, I'm going to switch camera so I can go open.
Yeah. Do. Castello, I think so. Innokin Plexus coil. I know they've got Plexus coils for something else too. I think they had them for the that other tank, the bigger boy tank.
Oh, mine's dead. You know what I have to do? I'm gonna put this one down. I'm gonna pick this one up. Like nothing ever happened.
It's like nothing ever happened. It's that shit. I still don't remember the name of the other tank. It's that
oh man, I fucked up my air.
The Scion. They've apparently got them for the Scion too. Check this out. This is just the first one that came up. I don't know anything about Miss Hub, so it's not an endorsement. But they've got one for the Scion too. You can even see the mesh coil in there.
All right.
Plexus coil Zenith. So Innokin store. There you go. Illegal mall. Anyway, so it looks like they're rolling out. Maybe they're not everywhere yet. My Vapor store. Yes. Good Lord, look at all those foreheads.
You know, one thing that I found interesting is that these come individually wrapped. They're not in a bubble wrap.
Yeah.
So you got the 5-pack. They come individually wrapped,
Anyway.
and they each have.
I did talk to. We did talk to Dwayne, and he said that I asked him about the labeling on them because it says nothing about mesh on the actual Addy or the labeling anywhere inside.
Yeah.
It says it on the outside, which is good, but nothing on the inside. So I think that should probably be changed. They should probably differentiate between the other ones. But
Agreed.
I don't know. I mean, all I know is I did the normal, squirt a little juice on all the juice fill ports and a little bit down the top and threw it in there and bing, bang, boom, done. The one thing that was a little weird, or that is a little weird about them is I found that this guy, if you thread the tank on, it doesn't start threading here. You actually have to press the pin a little bit to kind of get it started, which is a little bit weird. But if you, by the way, that we talked about it being fully closed, and Foo's obviously got it fully closed. If you open it up to all 5 of the holes, it's basically a loose mouth lung then, and you can do just a little bit of a restricted lung on it if you draw slowly. The only thing that I've found that doesn't work well is I have found if I chain this, and I do tend to chain while I'm sitting here at my desk, if I chain it, the flavor does start to drop off, and I think that's just a wicking thing. So just be aware. I mean, you can get a dozen dragons.
I'm using like 50/50 in here, and it's perfect. Granted, I also can't chain 36 milligram. I could try.
I'm just gonna keep as you guys are going. I don't know how good my microphone's gonna come in. I don't have my other mic, but
Your mic's good.
Yeah, mic's
okay.
good.
Continue open, so you got your.
You're a little
card.
fuzzy there. It looks like it maybe because do you have enough light?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if it's why it's not so bright. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's a little dark, but that's okay.
Yeah, I have my light on there. I don't know what my camera's wigging out. But your signature card, QR code, and it gives you the coil information.
Yep.
Okay. And so there's the color.
Can you see the difference between your camera and real life?
It's definitely, this is definitely a food purple.
Now that shot is a little closer. When you've got it close up like that, that color is much closer to the real color. Anyway,
I mean, there you go, right there. So, so you got this guy. You got the Zenith tank with a coil already in it. Man, this guy's heavy.
Yeah, it's hefty.
Heavy. There's all the ports you have for the air.
Yep. And I like the fact that it stops all the way open and all the way closed too, which is nice.
Then there's these guys down on the bottom.
Yeah, the coil that comes in there can be a pain in the dick to pull out.
Yeah, that's why I just pull it out to be able to do that. Because you can see in there, that's all rubber.
Yep.
That's coming in while you're putting it. So,
and when it's dry, it's metal on rubber. It's dry.
So, I mean, this base is really heavy. But this thing should hold up pretty good to there's your fill port.
Mm-hmm.
Some abuse. And you got obviously your extra coil.
That's and I think that's a regular Canthal coil. It's not a mesh one. I think that's one of the 1.4s or something like that.
This is a 1.6.
They're 6, yeah.
10 watt to 14 watt. And your twisted drift tips.
Yeah.
And then you have in your accessories, the regular old. You got your film to start a cock ring. All that good stuff. So some extra O-rings, and a nicely done directions, which you've pretty much seen these.
Yeah, well, start guides.
So, what I wanted to do though was pop one of these. Let me put these guys back together. Pop one of those coils apart, and see how they have that. That coil in there.
That's a good idea.
So let me just put all this back together here, and actually we'll just grab. Did you say the one in the tank is one of the Plexus ones?
Yeah, it should be a 0.5, like 14 to 19 watts or something like that.
Yep. And also, so designation on the box that you're going to find out that is different when if you're looking at these at the store or something like that, you're going to have a sticker that says, let me put this guy back. Plexus coil lasts 5 times longer. Okay, where if you're looking at one of the older ones, again, this is a different device too, but no stickers. No stickers. All right, and let's get the 5-pack out of the way. All right.
Hey, where's your Plumes of Hazard dust mat?
It's got a bunch of shit on top of it.
The paper towel. Come on.
Focus.
There it is.
It's white background. It's fine. These guys seal pretty good. So I do see it's got an arrow designating up and a line. Let me see if I can crack this sucker out.
And I feel like the old ones had that mesh at the top, right? Like I think that's spitback protection or whatever. Yeah.
Right in there.
Yeah.
See the mesh. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab my tools here. Get in there and break something. Yeah, because this one seems Pretty
Solidly press fit.
Yeah, yeah, and I think they're doing that too.
I think the QC gets way better when they start doing that, where they're not as able to fail easily. And I think that they're putting some of the stuff on the side or on the back. Let me grab a bigger wrench. But yeah, no. So I was saying I had one of these guys, and I still do. Frankenstein over there. I'm just dripping into it.
Yeah.
And obviously making sure it's not coming out the sides. But the reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to test it outside and then in the tank. Shit, how unprepared, how unprofessional. And just compare the flavor with it out of the tank. So let me pull. I'm gonna pop this positive pin out the bottom here. See what we got. Maybe. I think that's a whole press fit, single piece. Okay. Got a lip on the inside. Pull that mesh out. All right, I'm gonna play with it while we continue.
That's cool.
Tapping.
I've got a minor bit of tech time things as well.
Do it.
Ooh.
So I'm not going to zoom up or do anything crazy fancy or whatever, but I have been noticing this last week or so that my gloom has not been working as well as it has been before. Basically, I've been feeling like it's finished a battery charge, and I'll take the battery out and drop it in my charger, and it'll report like 3.7, 3.8 volts left in it. I'm like, that sucked. Like, it was really weird. It was like from last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever, all of a sudden to this last week, it's just been shitty. And to be honest, I blamed it on my Addy and the Addy build on the Narca. I just thought that coil was going bad because I took the Addy off and measured it in a DNA device, and it was reporting 0.35, and this one was reporting 0.35, and I thought this one was working a little bit better, so I started using this one. I figured maybe the coil was bad or something. Yeah, I don't know. So this afternoon, all of a sudden it occurred to me. I was like, duh. So one of the things that most mods have, and this is not exclusive to this at all, but this is it's an unregulated device, but it is a MOSFET, and this would be the case for an unregulated mod as well, a truly unregulated, like a mechanical, as well. As one of the things that you think about when it's not firing right is looking at contacts, right? And something that you can kind of get on the kind of get lazy about on a MOSFET mod, especially a good one like this, is you don't really have to mess with like perfect contact all the time like you do with, for example, a tube mod, right? Tube mod, those contacts get a little nasty in there. I mean, you're just boned, right? It just tastes like shit. Nothing works right. And I kind of got lazy about it with the with this thing. So I started looking around, and I looked in the contact up here. It's still coated silver. It's fine. And then I looked at my battery cap, and the battery cap was nice and shiny. It was fine. And then I looked at the threads. The threads of my battery cap had gotten, and I've got another one from another mod over here. And this one's not as bad as the other one was, but you can see there's some black just stuff, right? Pocket schmoo, finger oils, from taking it, unscrewing it, taking it off. So I got a wire brush from my the one that I ended up using is one that I use often for my Addies. I'm gonna have to go wash it out now. But this little guy is from Coil Master, and it's one that I use to clean off coils after I dry burn it, brush them out or whatever, and then I'll go rinse them out. But I do use that for this. So I got in there with the wire brush, brushed out my threads, screwed it back together, and lo and behold, a 3.8 volt battery is suddenly working. And here
Dude, nice. That happens with my Wemo periodically. I have to clean out the battery cap threads and the threads within the battery tube because throw a fresh battery in. Dude, sometimes I'll throw it, like it'll get so dirty, I'll put in a battery and it won't turn on.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm like, yep, that shit happens to me. Or he'll just say like low battery. I'm like, fuck you, low battery.
So I got it apart.
Yeah,
So
I did have to do the same on the inside threads as well. So let me click back on you, Massey. Go.
So press fit, come apart. There's your positive center pin. Pull this guy out. You can see the connector.
Focus. There it is.
There's your positive connector.
Pause. Yep.
And the O-ring. We'll pull that guy out. And then you can see now the negative there.
Mm-hmm.
Positive. All right, so let's try to pull this guy out. Saving the internals. If that's going to happen, we're going to just put these two together.
Oh, this is like taking apart a protein coil. I did not enjoy.
Oh, nice. I got it without the cotton. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
So there it is. Let's get.
Look at how tiny that is. Wow, that's a lot of surface area.
Yep.
That's more than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot thinner than that. It's a lot of metal.
Let's go all the way around. Then there's the view this way. So you can see how thin it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it goes all the way around. And it's like a razor blade.
Is that right?
Open it up. Yeah. I mean, it is.
Oh,
It
damn.
is opened up.
Look at that. That's awesome.
I'm gonna try to hook this up and fire it.
So the interesting thing is how low of a wattage that they recommend you run it at, and that it works at. It's like 14 to 19 watts or something like that, and that's all it needs, which I'm surprised at. It's a lot of metal to heat up.
It's thin metal though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look, it's like it's paper thin.
Ken, am I getting the RAM chip in any of my freehands? Ken, I'm getting it in all of my freehands. I can't wait. My Bliss, I think I mentioned before, is toast, and my walnut one is from the first run is actually kind of busted, but that one's my fault. I actually dropped it several months ago. And I felt like a complete idiot. I talked about it on the show. I felt like an idiot, and ever since I dropped it, it's just acting weird. So I just need to send it back anyway. So yeah, it's definitely getting the RAM upgrade, and I can't wait until he sends me one, and I'm going to be sending all three of mine back. Even though this one obviously works fine, sending back my Bloom and the Bliss and the Walnut, and all of them are getting RAM upgraded. So that way, well, it's freaking awesome, because I think everybody knows that I was testing the beta version that came a while back. Came in pea colored. If you saw that video.
So,
And,
Hanksy, that slot we were talking about, or that line,
yeah.
okay, it does correspond to, if you can see, let's go inside here. So you see the juice holes there, okay?
Uh-huh.
Right, and they have a shield around them, right? And then when you get to that spot where the arrow is, it's wide open.
Oh. That's
See
interesting.
that?
Yeah.
So that's cotton in there. So, and I'm talking about right in there.
I wonder what that is. Are any of the leads there?
No,
No?
no, but it does designate the, right there. It does designate that's there. That's where that arrow is.
Yeah.
In that line. So it's interesting. Not sure what that would, necessarily line up with, but it's wide open. So with that metal shield. So there's last but not least, there's the cotton that they're using. Looks like a multi-layered with a very see the layers there. It's got like a soft layer and then more of a wicking agent on the outside there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I can't blame the mod acting funny after a fall. It was the first run wooden mod, and the wooden mod, it broke because I broke it. I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't feel bad about that at all. And the upside is it's a freehand. So guess who fixes it for free?
The hand.
Yeah. And yes, I will be sending back the P beta back to Duro as soon as I don't need anymore. Oh, did you? I got a present for my wife the other day. Look at there. Look at that. Oh, fancy. Coolest thing about this thing, not only is the Duracoat or whatever thing is pretty cool on here, the little lid thing, it's magnets.
What?
It's fucking cool.
That's cool. Nice.
Is there more Diet Coke in there too?
No, Wasser. Only with the waters. Oh wait,
Speaking
I don't
of which,
want.
mine's in the fridge.
What's that?
No, my bottle is in the fridge. I forgot to grab it because I was
Oh yeah, I get.
sucking on this thing.
You said you had a cherry one in the fridge, huh?
Yeah, this is it was in the fridge, and then like probably 15 minutes before the show, I threw it in the freezer just to get the beginnings of freezing because that's the best temperature to drink a Coke at.
Absolutely.
So forgot
Just
about
when it
that.
starts to slush.
Yeah, you get those little bits in the first couple sips.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think I just melted the shit out of it. Let's turn this.
You melted the shit out of it.
Yeah.
How many
Mass-
volts did you put through it?
Mass discovered that the coils are made out of solder.
Let's do 6 watts.
You're firing straight
I
off.
was gonna say, like, are you gonna like hook it up to a power supply? Nah, dude, we're just gonna go positive, negative contact on the 510.
Move it away from you a little bit, Massey. There you go.
It's firing. Getting hot. Oh yeah, it's getting hot. Dude, let's crank it up to.
Go 15.
We'll just stick with 11.
15 is what they. I think the bottom end of what they recommend.
Oh, wait, here. Wait, let me turn the light off. You can see it.
Yeah, I saw the hot spot.
Yeah, so actually take something else metal and just like brush the coil. So it doesn't.
I'm gonna put some juice on it.
So, as funny as this is, you also just unbent it, right? So the coil's probably fucked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm gonna be hearing from Innokin and all these other people going, "No, what are you doing? Oh, too much juice."
That's why you have a paper towel background.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Yes, DNA. It's a new freaking coil.
Hey, Master, you're holding that with pliers.
Ooh. It was working. Did Anksy just potato on you?
No, you potatoed on me.
He did go potato.
Well, yeah.
You're holding it with metal pliers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
what about
positive.
What about it?
Yeah, this
Magic.
is faux Spanish induction.
Yeah, but he's got cool explosions. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's on fire. Oh, look. It's got a nice little... Yeah, nice little... Let me see if I can show that on the camera.
Did you lock the mod?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, well. It works.
Another.
Well,
You saw glowing, even if it wasn't even. You saw glowing. It works.
it actually went through some juice. All right.
It's always surprising to me if you take off a try-hard coil like one of the lovely Robert Keys that he sent over. You know, when I've finished a wick, right? It's time to pull the wick. It's time to get a little dry burn pulsing and rinsing off and brushing and all that stuff. It's always impressive when you pull the wick out and you fire it, how much juice comes out of that coil.
Yeah, it holds juice, man. It's like
a significant amount of juice. Yeah. It's really interesting. Really
There you
interesting.
go.
I have. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. Go. I clicked off of you.
Sorry. That's okay. No, we're done.
Oh, I thought you said here you go. I thought you were going to do it again.
No, it actually broke.
It broke. Yeah, see. Yeah, don't unroll your Innokin coils. They don't work so good after that.
Don't try that at home. No.
I've got some really bad news.
Uh-oh.
Vaping related. Festi was on Facebook before I was this morning and caught something that I hadn't seen yet, and that is that Omen apparently is shutting down, at least for now.
Ooh.
So my personal favorite drip tip maker no longer going to be making stuff.
Oh man.
Oh man. So that's a bummer. I wish him well. I hope he's okay.
I was literally going to ask him for a drip tip this week. Shit you not, a purple one.
I mean, you are big time. He might make you one.
Well, how big time am I still? I don't have the beard anymore, so that might take away from.
That's true. It does take a little bit away. Although, if you add up your goatee or your sideburns, you probably equal most of my beard.
Yeah, when I'm never bearded, I still have these. It was the first piece of facial hair I could grow. Go figure.
Yeah.
If you remember the episode of SpongeBob where Patrick shows him how to be.
That sucks. So is he completely shuttered already? Is he completely shut down already, MC? Or
Yeah, I don't know. He said for now. I think he
Yeah.
just needs a break. And to be honest, with as fucking annoying as this whole market is, I can't blame him. There's a lot to be frustrated about. Yeah. So so if you don't have one and you'd like one, maybe order one off the site and see what happens. Maybe you just PM him and see what happens. Maybe he's got some back stock that he wants to clear out before he shuts down. I don't know. All I know is I saw him post, and it looks like at least for now, he's going to quit for a little bit. But maybe he's got some back stock, like I said, especially if you need some of like the Delrin ones that are kind of prefab. I don't know if I have one handy. Yeah, like one of these guys. He probably has some of these still in stock. So if you want one, you can go grab one, probably, or you can at least ask. But my favorite ones, the titanium core ones, I don't know if he's going to be making any of those for a while. I know that drip stick project that he did took way longer than he thought it was going to take. There are a lot of pieces in that, and he made almost all of it from scratch. And I think it took a lot out of him. So I don't know. Maybe he's just a little fed up with it for now. I think it's a neat. I think that thing's a neat device. I might pick one up secondhand at some point, just to try it. I still don't know whether or not I would love it, but it's a neat idea. It's a 14500 mech with like an integrated dripper built onto it. Pretty cool.
Will says he can't cart the Poe Ultim tips.
Well,
so
shit. So don't get them anyway.
So did you read the article about since e-cigarette usage is on the up, what's going to happen to your life insurance?
Yes,
I have life insurance costs. You do? Okay, good.
No, I mean that's fine. You can definitely reference it. I'll get the link for you while you talk about it. Yeah. So basically, I believe this one was done in the UK. Yeah. And it's pretty much there. The statistics show that smoking is in decline from 15.8% of the population, which is a huge amount, in 2016 to 15.1 in 2017. That equates to 7.4 million people have stopped smoking. But the use of e-cigarettes has gone up 5.5%. And life insurance policies and their providers are, seeing this, and a lot of them are saying we don't care if it has nicotine in it or not. If it's an e-cig, you're considered a smoker, which is, I think, bullshit. But
that's why you lie.
It's total bullshit. And so I actually ran into this. The reason I was going to talk about it is I actually ran into this explicitly personally. here in the States, obviously. But over there, it makes even less sense over there because their Royal College of Physicians or whatever, they're one of the ones that, we get the sound bite of 95% as or 5% as bad as a cigarette. Vaping is exponentially better for you than smoking.
Yep.
And it's not nicotine that causes these problems. And the things that you get that are not optimal out of here, it's dosage. It's a dosage thing, right? These things are such small amounts, especially compared to smoking. It doesn't matter. I mean, the equivalence thing that has been referenced a lot, and I think it was a Dr. Farsalinos quote, is, if you're standing on a street corner in a city, that is worse for you than vaping. Just from being around some cars and brake dust and shit. Like, it's nuts, and everybody does that all the time. Anyway, so the thing that gets me or that it personally affected me is I actually did a little research about this for my own life insurance recently. So I have an amount of money that is half of my wife's, and I pay around the same amount. And the reason is because when I signed up for the life insurance, I was a smoker, and I was, straight up, I was a smoker. And now now that I have been, oh wait, today's 6/9.
It is.
Today's
7/9.
That means today is my 5-year vape anniversary. Awesome.
7/9.
Oh, it's 7/9. That means last month was my vape anniversary. Shows how much I care about it, right?
No, today is 6/9. Yeah.
Actually, it's all good. I was going to announce mine, but I fell asleep through that show.
There you go. Anyway, so because I had been, I had completely quit smoking for, at that time, 4.5 years or whatever. I call him. I'm like, hey, I quit smoking a long time ago, and I'd like to adjust my life insurance. And my new, not adjuster, the hell they called the reps,
policy provider, whatever.
Whatever those guys are. So I was talking. I was like, hey, I quit smoking. He's like, oh, that's great. He said, do you use any, NRTs or whatever? And I was like, well, I do use an NRT, but I don't smoke, and I haven't touched a cigarette in forever. And I said. He's like, well, what do you use? And I was like, well, I vape, and I vape just a little bit of nic still, but I don't smoke anymore. And he's like, and the guy was actually really cool. He's like, I know what those things are, but, and I was like, he's like, I don't know much about it. And I was like, well, dude, let me help you. I was like, here's all these sites, here's the studies, here's the whatever. He's like, oh, that's really interesting. Let me take that and I'll see what I can do for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you have partaken in any nic. And apparently that includes NRT, like the patch, any of that shit. Like, if you've done any of that stuff in the last whatever days, then you're a smoker. I'm like, oh, might as well. It's disheartening, right? You'd think these guys would be interested in getting people off of smoking. Then they can get their life insurance coverages, can be healthier. They would be less risk. It'd be a smaller risk for the insurance companies. You'd think it'd be all right, but meh. But Fu's just talking about in chat about nicotine metabolizing. It's true, but I did ask him about that, and apparently one of the metabolite what nicotine breaks down as inside your body. Apparently, they can test for that, and that particular thing lasts longer.
Well, someone was talking about Ken mentioned a nicotine swab check. Like, I feel like that's an IQ test. Like in sports, like baseball, spring training, they know there's going to be a drug test. They call that an IQ test because everyone knows you still have players that fail their preliminary drug tests every spring. And there's a random one during. So my question is, if you vape, right, about the amount we do, and that you have your physical in the morning for this shit, wouldn't it be smart to just not stop vaping the night before and then you sleep? And like, wouldn't the nicotine be, you brush your teeth and floss twice between now and then? Are they still gonna be able to swab it out?
Yeah, because it's a blood tech. They pull blood, at least as far as I know.
No, I'm saying that they would swab the inside of your mouth for nicotine. That's what I was referencing.
Yeah, but I think they check for the metabolites, the what the nicotine breaks down as, not nicotine itself. Because nicotine itself, you're right, breaks down pretty quick, but they can test for whatever it is that breaks down into in your bloodstream.
But even still, is it going to be there the next day?
Yeah, apparently that part hangs around your body for a little bit.
What if I just eat a lot of eggplants?
Hey, I had a poppy seed.
I don't want a doctor touching my spaghetti.
Yeah, it's shitty. It's for sure shitty, and I'm certainly not advocating cheating or trying to fool companies. Don't. There's no. I'm not suggesting fraud, but at the same time, I think it's a shitty policy for people that have made a positive lifestyle change by stopping smoking, and somebody that's interested in the health of the people. And by health, I mean they're interested in making sure that you're a lower risk on their bottom line. You'd think that they would be interested in at least that, right? Not smoking. Although I guess you could argue on the other side of that, right? If they just assume you were a smoker because then they can charge you more money for less coverage. I don't know, maybe. But I'm not sure how that. I'm not sure how that math works, right? I would have to think that a non-smoker would cost them less money than a smoker, regardless of
you would think
smoker more.
You would think, unless they know that now they can get more people to fall under the hey, you're messing with Nick, so now you pay more.
Yeah, well, and that's the shitty part, right?
And it works out for them, right? Because you live longer.
Right. Yeah, so you are healthier, and you still get charged more for less coverage.
Well, Angie's not going to advocate frauding. This would be a system out game if they want to charge me the same amount if I started vaping. So don't follow my advice, but I'd probably lie about it. I would. I mean, if they find something, be like, got me. I may have had a few cigarettes while I was drinking the other night. Or some shit like that. I don't know. Well, don't. But don't do it. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I love. I just saw a post about in our.
I don't know what
in our local.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying.
No,
we're gonna have a Canadian pulling this battle fast.
Go.
Okay, so when I was saying, if the health insurance companies are gonna put your back up against the wall, just throw the wall at them, right? If that makes sense.
For real. No, I was saying I just saw on our local subreddit. There's a lot of people coming from up north to work at various, whether it's 3-letter agencies, government contracts, all the other stuff down here, and they are freaking out about the mosquitoes. And so I put up the GIF of, I don't know if you've seen it, of somebody sitting inside of a net, and their skin's right up to the net, and the mosquitoes you could see their little daggers coming in trying to get the skin. So I put that in there. I'm like, yep, there you go. That's what they're doing to you.
They're little daggers.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten a mosquito bite. They bit me through my fucking socks, dude.
Oh yeah.
Bitches. I've gotten bitten through jeans. Somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean it's that they will easily, bite through that.
I feel like if the fabric stretches enough, they can find a hole, right? I'm assuming.
I wonder. Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, doesn't take much. I can't. Maybe I can just show that screen. Let me see. Let's see. Desktop, custom area. Boom. But yeah, they're pretty bad. And everybody's like, oh, custom, or do this, get rid of all the water, blah blah blah. So there you go. There's their little daggers trying to get.
Oh yeah,
see that?
They're after it. Yeah, that's cool. Shit, hold on. Let me get you. There you go.
It's like when a hot chick walks past a construction site.
Yeah. That's
all they'd really have to do is just breathe on it because they are attracted to the CO2 in your breath.
Look at that! Look how long those damn. That's how they get up in your veins, man.
Yeah.
And your little,
It must be black.
For those who don't know, it's their mucus that makes it itch.
Yeah, it's their spit.
And it's after the fact, right?
They spit before they go in.
They spit before they go in. They do. It's got anticoagulants in their spit.
I've never seen something work as good as this guy's house that we went to had a propane tank with so it was creating CO2 out in the corner of the yard, and they had a fan, and I mean it attracted these things, and it was so packed with mosquitoes. And the problem is that down here, fuckers are this big. I mean, they will take off with you.
Yeah.
Sandfly bird bites are probably, I think I hate worse than mosquito bites.
The worst ones that I had are up north. There are black flies and deer flies. Those things will take a legit chunk out of you. Like it'll leave a bloody like chunk gone. Those things are bastards.
Third world mosquitoes. If you've ever witnessed those, if you ever had to experience those are that's. I remember I had one mosquito bite on my calf. It looked like I had a golf ball lodged in my leg. It was so fucking large.
There's a lot of different species of mosquito.
They all suck.
They all suck.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I think for some reason with vaping, I feel like it attracts them more. I don't know if because you are inhaling and exhaling more, so you're pumping more of that CO2 out.
Yeah.
Or maybe just, when smoking cigs, you're just freaking killing them with the shit you're exhaling. I mean,
that kills them down the line, but like sweet things, moisture attracts them, shit like that. Just people, and you're out and about in the.
JT just mentioned chiggers, and I know Masty understands chiggers. Man, those.
Oh yeah.
Oh, chiggers are terrible.
Yeah. Yep.
I hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but and also too with vaping is y'all when you're vaping outside, you gotta be careful. You suck that shit right up through your addy. I mean, people think you can't. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Did I ever tell the gross? Did I ever tell the grossest thing that had happened to me at a vape shop story?
I don't think so.
You know what story I'm talking about? You know what story I'm talking about, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well,
please regale us.
Because Masty mentioned getting flies caught up in your shit.
Oh, I do remember this.
That's a jog your memory. I don't know if I've told this story. I don't. If I have repeated it, fine, whatever. It's a great story. I'll tell it again. So when I was working at the Henley, I had the sweet old woman come in, and her VV Ego and her Mini Pro Tank 2 were not working. It wasn't drawn properly, and she's like, it's not working properly. Like she didn't know her ins and outs of a Clearo. So I go and I investigate. Go open, check, see if the coil screwed in, put it back in. I take a pull, and something goes up into my mouth.
Oh.
This was an old lady. This was an old lady, and this was an old lady with money. She had some very nice dentures. So I realized what had gone up into my mouth. Food particles of some kind. And you know what I did? I didn't freak out. You know why? Because I got Joe Montana ice water running through these veins. And I was just like, I just turned around, I like quickly just spat it out. And I was like, I'm like, I don't know what I did, but I like it's working now. I'm like, she's like, oh, thank you very much. And she leaves.
Like, ma'am, did you have a pastrami and rye for lunch?
Oh my!
I wouldn't have known because it was white at that point.
Yeah.
So that happened, and thankfully she was like she was my last customer of like our afternoon rush thing, right?
Yeah.
I go to the formerly our coffee bar, and my manager's sitting there on his laptop, and I go, and we had like leftover wine from an event the night before. I went and I poured myself some. She's like, "You're drinking on the clock?" And I'm like, "Remember, like you saw that old lady that came in?" It's like, "Yeah, her shit was jammed, and it was her food particles that jammed it, and it got in my mouth." And you know what he does? He fills up my glass. I poured like this much. He poured that much. I'm like,
thank you.
Yeah, the vino definitely washed that shit out. So, didn't humiliate the woman. I didn't cause a scene. That day was a good day. I got to get wasted at work. So
I probably would have made a noise. Yeah, gross. I think that does it about for me and my news things this week.
we left our viewers with a great taste in their mouth, right? Remember, ice water.
No, that's pretty much it. Some of the things that I had.
Well, I'm glad that we're back to 3. It was great having you people here in chat. It was great talking to you boys, of course, as always. Thank you for coming out and visiting us and hanging out with us on this glorious Monday evening. We will see you back here again next week.
Yeah.
Same Plumes time, same Plumes channel.
Peace. Out.